Mitch, what's with this second half fade-out thing? Is it physical or mental?
I think it's probably a little bit mental. Obviously we haven't put 40 minutes together, which is a little bit of a concern. But the more and more we talk about it, I think it starts to become, a bit of a thing that we try and focus on. So I think it's something that we need to put aside and realise that we need to put 40 minutes together to win a basketball game, and that's how good this league is. You have to play all 40 minutes, and if you don't, we're going to scrap together a few wins here and there, but it's going to be tough going.
The coach used the adjective complacent. Was that a fair call?
I think, the first quarter was great, and I don't know if that's mindset of some guys, but as us as a group, I know that's not a mindset that we have. We're hungry, and we proved that day in and day out at training, and that's why it's a little disappointing to see it not transferring into the game.
I bet you're sick of being on the road.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good to get home, that's for sure. It feels like we haven't played at home for almost the whole season. So really looking forward to getting in front of that Red Army.
You played in Townsville and you played in Illawarra. How difficult has this stretch been from a travelling perspective compared to everything you've done in those towns?
Yeah, it's been a little bit different. Obviously Illawarra, there's also an hour and a half bus ride and things like that. So the travel hasn't been too crazy. Obviously it's nice to play at home, that's for sure. But a great bunch of guys and things like that makes road trips a little easier. So it's just been a little disappointing not to put the wins on the board.
Could it have contributed, from a fatigue perspective and mental perspective, all that stuff? Has it had any impact on you at all, do you feel?
No, we don't like to make excuses. When you're out there on the court, you're good to go. If you're not, you go as long as you can or as hard as you can for as long as you can, and then you put your hand up and get a sub. So those excuses don't come easy to us.
You said before that there's been a lot of talking done, now it's time for action, so is that the feeling that no more meetings are required, you just have to get out in the court and play well?
Yeah, definitely. It's putting 40 minutes together of Wildcat basketball. We've said that a lot, but we haven't been doing it. So it's been very disappointing from that perspective, but we've got a couple of days at training and then we're at home, and this is where we really need to start to get a roll on. One thing we can change is probably, I'd say, our mindset. When teams go to zone, I think we're on the back foot a little bit, especially in New Zealand. So, we need to keep that aggressive mindset and attacking the paint and moving the ball. And I think we did that really well in the first half, and that's where we gained our lead.
Confidence within the group is still that there is enough talent in the championship this year to take it now.
Yeah, definitely. If we're playing good quality basketball for 40 minutes and not being able to get a win, I could see the confidence would probably dip a little bit, but considering we haven't put 40 minutes together for quite a while, I think there's more than enough confidence within this group.
Please do not leave bags unattended. Your safety and security is the highest priority.
We're doing it outside, helicopter go over.
Yeah.
Does the bench need to have more of a contribution when everyone's available? It feels like when blokes are injured, the bench steps up. When blokes are available, the bench doesn't have as big an impact in their minutes.
Yeah, I think obviously, when guys like Bryce and Damo and things like that are out, the bench guys do get a bit more of an opportunity. But in saying that, we always huddle up before the game starts, and our thing is to bring energy and effort. No matter how long you're out there for, or everyone's going to get an opportunity to change the game. And I think, a lot of things can't really be measured on the stat sheet that the bench guys bring. And I think, energy and effort is definitely one of those areas that we do a pretty good job of off the bench.